It's a beautiful day in Wilmette for a nice playoff rematch from last year with two of the top 10 ranked high school football programs in the state of Illinois. For the second straight season, it's the York Dukes, it's the Loyola Ramblers, with the trip to state on the line in the 2023 IHSA Class 8A Semifinals, brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shields through it all. Welcome everybody right here on Marquee Sports Network. It's Alex Cohen and Henry Burris. All right, Henry, way to go, Henry. We are here. Playoff football. It's two of the top 10 teams in the state, two of the top 10 offenses in the state, and two of the top 10 rushing attacks in the state. Let's start with Loyola, and they're led by junior Drew McPherson.
Oh, man.
Snap is to Winton. Play action fake. Winton throws it deep down the field. Maylander open and makes the catch. Past the 15 to the 13, and the first big play of the game, Sean Winton to Luke Maylander. Holland shied with the tackle all over the field. 3rd down and 9. Winton looks, throws on the run. It's caught. Touchdown, Fenton Helm. What a start for the Dukes. Fenton Helm, his 3rd touchdown of the year. And the York Dukes an extra point away from taking a 7-3 lead here in Wilmette. Back here on Marquee Sports Network, IHSA Class 8A Semifinals, York leading Loyola 7-3, and it's the Dukes driving, looking to take a 2-possession lead against the defending 8A state champs. Alex Cohen, Henry Burris here on the call, and we've been awfully impressed with this York Dukes offense. Sean Winton to Luke Maylander, who just came off the field due to an injury. He is up under his own power. Maylander 4 catches. Winton has been efficient. This York Dukes offense is a well-oiled machine.
When you talk about getting off to a quick start, yes, they had the turnover, but they were able to right the ship by getting the ball back. Defense held Loyola's offense to only 3 points, and now this offense has seized the momentum, and they're doing what they can not to give it back. And really, if they can put the ball in the end zone, that's huge for this team.
Off the 8-yard line, Winton looks across the middle. It's caught. Touchdown, York. George Kikos.
Right now, for colleges out there, if you're watching this game, you need to call Sean Winton. This kid right now has taken this game over. When you talk about senior leadership at the quarterback position, right now, just take a Polaroid of what you're watching right now. This kid is looking very composed. After the early turnover, he's came back and now led his team on 2 straight drives where he's put the ball in the end zone with a touchdown pass.
The Trent Dilfer term, surgical. He's been surgical. Snap, hold, kick. Extra point is good. And for the 3rd time this year, Loyola's given up double-digit points. Sean Winton, take a look. Eyes went one way, throw went the other way.
This drive.
Gerald back to pass. Looking for Aragunde. What a catch! High points it. Nicholas Aragunde for 6. And Loyola down by 4. Minute 13 left in the half. Approaching midfield. Fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10. Snap to Fitzgerald. Steps up in the pocket. Fires it deep. It's caught. Welcome back, Drew McPherson. 2nd big catch of the game, and Loyola into the red zone down at the 13-yard line. So it's 2nd down and 2. No timeouts for Loyola. I do like possibly giving Aragunde a 50-50 ball, or if Fitzgerald doesn't like it, remember he's 6'2", he has 11 rushing touchdowns this year. Give him the option to try to get to the end zone. Aragunde, one-on-one coverage to the far side. To his right, there's Fitzgerald, touchdown Loyola. Ryan Fitzgerald, perfect vision, 12th rushing touchdown of the year, and the Ramblers get their 2nd lead of the ballgame with 13.2 seconds left in the half. Halftime here, the IHSA Class 8A Semifinals. Loyola leads York 16-14. Alex Cohen, Henry Burris here on the call. When you look at this game on paper, Henry, there were some of us that thought that Loyola would be able to get to their 2nd straight state championship. Really no problem. You were not one of those people. Very close, 1-possession game. Henry, Give me your thoughts.
Well, I knew coming into this game, you look at that team York. I mean, these kids had only lost one game prior to their senior season, and that was to Loyola. So, yes, during the season they lost the game to Glenbard West, but that's one of those get-right games where you get punched in the mouth, and we want to see how you, as far as return back from adverse situations, and they responded quite well. But they wanted to make sure coming into this game against Loyola that the same thing did not happen that occurred in last year's semifinal, but the senior leadership has taken over this team. You can see Sean Winton and the other seniors stepping up and making play after play. And, of course, this defense, they're stepping up and saying, hold up, Loyola's not the only team who has a defense that can make plays and cause turnovers. Look out for us. They're going to need to be big here in this second half.
You talked about adverse situations. Loyola had an adverse situation. They were down 14-3. This is a team that's outscored their opponents by 400 points this year.
Wow.
Loyola down 14-3. What did they do to get back to lead 16-14?
Well, it's the physicality up front on both sides, but it started with that running game and mixing up the number of guys carrying the ball, making big plays, getting the yards per average well over 5 yards per carry. Ryan Fitzgerald did a great job of working with the coaching staff, making the necessary adjustments to get their playmakers in positions to make plays, led by Nicholas Aragundade. I mean, he led the charge. I mean, making one-on-one plays on 50-50 balls, which changed the momentum. They continued to go to him in a number of different situations, and then Drew McPherson caught on and able to help push the ball down the field and help put the ball in the end zone. But it's all because of that great coaching staff, the big boys up front being physical, but then the quarterback making plays, putting the ball in the end zone, and now giving them a lead here at halftime.
All right, Henry, I'm going to ask you two questions. Loyola wins this game. X has to happen.
They continue to win the time of possession because, again, we saw how long they had the ball there in the second quarter. It seemed like the entire second quarter the ball was in their hands, and we saw just their physicality starting to wear on York. Guys are slow getting off the ground. Even when they're off the ground, their hands are on their hips. They've got a number of two-way players on that side that play offensively and defensively, and it's hard to play when you have tired legs and the opposition, they're bringing fresh bodies off the sideline. There's a number of D1 guys that weigh much more. They're more physical. They've got to find a way to get them off the ball defensively, but also stay on the field offensively and put points on the board.
All right, let's turn it around, flip it and reverse it, just like Missy Elliott said. What does York have to do to win this game? X has to happen. What is that X?
Jake Mellion. When Jake Mellion was running the ball, they were having success doing that. It opened up so many things as far as the boot game, getting the quarterback outside the pocket. They need to dial that back up because it seems like Loyola made adjustments to keep the ends that much wider to not allow the quarterback to break contain. And that really changed things. But now it's all about responding with the run game. Maybe it's some gap schemes, some different things to show them some different looks, but continue to make plays. But it's all about that offense staying on the field.
Well, that was fun. That first half, electric, need a breath. Let's do it again. Loyola, York, a trip to state on the line. It's a one-possession game. Loyola leads 16-14. Second half coming up next right here on Marquee Sports Network. AC, thanks so much. An adversity for the first time for Loyola. Down 7-3. Fitzgerald back to pass, looks down the field, open receiver, and a catch made. Andrew McPherson, 23rd catch of the year. What an answer for the Ramblers.
Well, those are the risks that you take when you roll the dice of going a three-man rush and playing man-to-man on the back end. What makes man-to-man tough is when you get pressure up front, but unfortunately on that one they weren't, and a big throw by Ryan Fitzgerald.
Quick to the ball, McPherson gets the carry and gains about 3. Andrew McPherson, a junior, after some injuries preseason to the Ramblers' backfield. All he's done this year, over 1,100 all-purpose yards, 10 touchdowns, and interest. Western Michigan, Toledo, Eastern Illinois. He's just a junior. He's going to be a heck of a returnee for the Ramblers next year.
Absolute stud. They're going to no huddle to try to wear York down since they have some up-front two-way players. But again, if they can stay on the field, that can happen in the second half. But great job by York to see if they can hold him here in the red zone.
2nd down and 8. Here's the option. Fitzgerald gets across the 20, and he's wrapped up and tripped at the 16-yard line. Ryan Fitzgerald, the first down, and he's not just a stud through the air this year. 535 yards rushing, 11 touchdowns, and you see the versatility there. Nice read option and an easy first down.
Man, when you talk about a two-way player, especially a dual-threat quarterback, look at his running ability, breaking tackles, getting positive yards, and moving the chains.
First down and 10 at the 17. Give us to McPherson, open hole, and he's tackled at the 14-yard line. He had some space, but Cole Ostendorf, 107 tackles this year. That was a big one for tackle number 108.
Number one, because again, with the motion, it takes away your overhang secondary player, which would have been in that position to help make that stop or contain it to cut it back inside. But a great job by the linebacker scraping and making the tackle.
Second down and 8 at the 15. Again, York leads 7-3, waning moments of the first quarter here at Loyola. Ryan Fitzgerald takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, he fires, it's incomplete and intercepted. York with the interception, back the other way, and the Dukes defense once again comes up big.
Wow. It's one of those situations where you hang on a guy because he stared down that hook route the entire time. But great job by the corner to break on the pass, get his hands through, and tip it inside to the free safety. Great job by York. Man, right now, Johnny on the spot. That's two big plays for them. Get the touchdown. As far as for the offense, the defense made a stop on the first down, and now they get a huge turnover as far as on the second drive for Loyola's offense.
Eddie Sika with the interception, his second of the year, and George Kikos with the pass breakup. That was enormous. Here's Sean Winton again. Give us to Melian. And Melian is tackled for a 1-yard loss. This Loyola defense, once they took the field, there's a little bit more attitude here with the Ramblers. That tackle for a loss shows that attitude.
And they have to respond. That's complementary football. You know, when one side of the ball is struggling, the other side has to pick it up. But this unit has to respond after York was able to sustain a drive all the way down the field. Now, they take pride as far as in this defense. We talk about the fabric of Loyola. It starts on this side of the ball. They know that defense wins championships, and they have to be better if they expect to come back and win this game today.
Was by Jimmy McGovern. Second down and 11 at the 28. Give us to Melian. Positive yardage across the 40. Rumbles towards the 50 and into Loyola territory.
York, they're starting to find something. When you go trips and you get that key, does the corner stay backside or run with the receivers? No, somebody's got to adjust. Both backers had to adjust, which lessens the number of defenders in the box. Now they're able to get those double teams on the inside interior defensive tackles, get up to the second level, and we know once Melian finds a hole, he accelerates, gets a first down, a huge explosive play here for York as we close out the first quarter.
North-south, one-cut runner, Jake Melian, and it's been all York here in the first quarter. The Dukes sidelines excited. The Dukes fans excited. Loyola fans starting to get into it, and all zeros left on the scoreboard. Little bit of a shocker here in Wilmette. York 7, Loyola 3. Second quarter coming up next, right here on Marquee Sports Network.